it gets very challenging when you've learned so much about who you are, and you've you've come to the conclusion of what your path is, the purpose that you're supposed to be on, and you start to intake so much information about consciousness, metaphysics, esotericism, and all of this. You understand a lot, but it's like the more you learn, the more you realize you don't really know much. And you could really fall into the rut of just giving up, not wanting to do anything, not wanting to participate in life. I get it. You don't have to be so into humanity and all the bullshit that comes with it. However, you're still a physical being. So it's like you need to balance with the spiritual consciousness and awareness of what you're here to do, which is really just to experience, to evolve, to grow, and just to flow. So if I would say one thing to kind of like help you guys, that's actually helping me because I've been in a rut, is to just choose what you want to put your energy into that will give back to you. So for me, that's like working out. The minute I stop working out, the more I feel like, yo, I'm in distress. I have no kind of like um structure. My life is upside down. My body's hurting. Like it's just imbalanced for me. So when I start to work out, I'm able to not only feel a lot better energetically, but my mind really evolves and really kind of like compartmentalize itself and everything that I need to do so that I can function in a higher state of mind. On top of my spiritual practices like meditation, I really want to learn how to do piano, how to play the piano. That's something that I'm considering. I used to draw and dance all the time. I'm taking more dancing classes and just really doing the things that's going to give back to me energetically so that I could show up. I'm in this world. I'm not of it. However, I'm not going to act like I'm just a spiritual being. Like this spiritual being that is like not here to really experience. The whole point is to let go of your expectations of what you think you should be trying to do. And this is just for me. And to be honest, that could be just for today. Tomorrow might be something else. That's another point for me. I realize it's like the more I say I want to do this, the more you become dogmatic in a certain type of thinking and goals or whatever you're trying to do, the more experiences you'll have that will make you break that because you're constantly challenging yourself. And once you know that you're not just creating by yourself, you're really a co-creator, then you really kind of like let loose and see where spirit is trying to lead you. This is the purpose of doing meditations and connecting with your guides and all that other extra stuff, which is very helpful if you are on this journey, if you know who you are, if you're trying to activate your pineal gland and trying to like utilize your melanin and do what you need to do to operate in a higher vibrational state. So right now we are going through a lot of physical changes. There's a lot that's going on energetically with our bodies, with our minds, with our experiences, and the things that we are seeing that are coming up, like our traumas that are repeating, or if we're being pushed to let go of a certain way of thinking or things that we're doing. Even now, a lot of people are losing their jobs and you're being forced to become an entrepreneur type of individual, which is highly beneficial because I really think the way this world is going, if you once the stores and everything start to really open up or back up and running, it's like, yo, if you really just become a consumer only, like, you're not gonna make it. You might really want to consider start cooking, start ironing clothes, or having a business in cleaning or whatever services. If you feel like you don't have any skills, figure out what people need. It's easy for you to get into the rut, but that's because you've completely detached yourself when you're still here to experience and to grow. One last thing I want to say is to not to compare yourself to what other people are saying and what other people are also experiencing. I realized that I kept myself back a lot because I was comparing how my life was supposed to look compared to how other people's life is supposed to look. Now, you know not to do this. You hear this all the time. It's easier said than done when this is all you see, even if you move out of your environment, right? When you really understand that you are walking this life on your own soul mission, you can embrace that a lot easier, because now when people say, oh, you shouldn't be with this person because they did this and this to you in the past, now you have the compassion to understand, well, I didn't take that personally. That person was going through something, they went through something traumatic in their childhood or whatever. And if I just have a certain type of energetical bond with that person, and I figure out what it is, either if it's divine or karmic, that's my path. And if we end up to be together or not, that's my path. It's not going to look like everybody else. And it's funny, I used to be big on like, trying to figure out a philosophy for my life and trying to figure out the truth. And being a Gemini North Node, like a lot of us are around this time, that's what happened. In the past lives, we we're just seeking truth. We abandoned family, friends, and all of that. And I'm not saying to just go back into society where you're just completely unaware of what's going on, like being rocked back to sleep. But no, now you're doing it with some type of conscious awareness of knowing that you need to have empathy and compassion for those around you. You're evolved, you're a higher spiritual being, you understand things on a higher plane. Therefore, you shouldn't be judging or anything like that. Take the time out for yourself for you to evolve and do your practices, but also encounter with those that you love and those that you want to put your energy into. You know what I mean? Like, create your own reality. This is your plane. This is you're only here for a little bit. Well, do what you feel like you should be doing. Like, don't compare yourself with what you think that person is doing because it looks like it's right. There's no such thing as right or wrong. You can never get off your path. You are in your Christ-like self, hopefully. And if you're not, that's what you need to work towards too. And I shouldn't be telling you what you need to do or not. Do whatever you feel like you want to do. Do whatever you feel like you need to do. However, there are rules to this plane and there are rules to other higher planes. Maybe it'll be wise just to learn those rules and figure it out how it applies to you in your life. Because your life will not look like everybody else's. As long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters. So don't become so dogmatic, even in science, even in spirituality, because that'll keep you stuck also. Being in the Aquarius age now is all about flowing. And I see that in my life. It may not be that for you, but I'm understanding it from that perspective. It's all about flowing. Get rid of, I need to do this, I need to do that to get this outcome. No. I'm going to flow with this because that's what feels. I'm going to flow with this because that's what feels right. That's what my spirit is telling me. That's what my guides are telling me. That's what my ancestors, the universe is telling me. That's what feels right. And then learn from those experiences. Evolve. Just observe and grow through them shits.